When Blake Shelton married Gwen Stefani in 2021, he didn't just gain a wife, he gained 3 sons. And as fans of the country star and the pop rock icon know, Blake Shelton didn't hesitate to dive into his role as a stepfather. Over the years, Shelton has opened up about his experiences blending families, his love for the boys, and how much his life has changed for the better. But recently, it was Shelton's stepson Zuma who stole the spotlight, not just for his charm and presence but for how seamlessly he fits into the country world, which has been Shelton's domain for decades. And according to Blake himself, Zuma's country vibes are more than just an act. They're totally natural. In a new interview that quickly sparked buzz among fans, Blake Shelton opened up about what it's really like to watch Zuma thrive in a country environment. He gushed over his stepson's authenticity and charisma, and explained why none of this feels surprising to him. He's just got it, Blake says. Sheer natural. Blake said when asked if he thought Zuma had to adjust to the country life. It's not something I'm forcing. It's not something Gwen's even encouraging. It's just who he is. The boys got it in him. Shelton described Zuma as someone who feels more at home outdoors than inside. Someone who loves fishing, riding around the property, and strumming guitars when he thinks no one's watching. You'd think a kid from LA, who grew up with cameras flashing around him and pop music playing in the background, might be a little out of place here in Oklahoma. But Zuma? You'd think he was born here, Shelton added with a chuckle. Shelton and Stefani split their time between Los Angeles and their sprawling Oklahoma ranch, where Shelton says the boys have really gotten a taste of rural life. But among Gwen's 3 sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, it's Zuma, Shelton says, who took to country living like a duck to water. A viral onstage moment. Just a few weeks ago, Zuma made headlines when he joined Blake Shelton on stage during a festival performance. It wasn't a planned moment, Blake later revealed, but one that just kind of happened. He was standing on the side of the stage with Gwen, Shelton recalled. And I saw him kind of tapping his foot, getting into the rhythm. Next thing I know, he's walking up with a mic in his hand. Fans at the concert were instantly charmed. Videos of Zuma on stage circulated widely on TikTok, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Dressed in boots, a denim shirt, and a cowboy hat, Zuma looked every bit the part, and even sang a few lyrics with surprising confidence. What caught people off guard wasn't just that Zuma appeared on stage, but that he looked like he belonged there. From his stance to his timing to his slight southern twang, viewers were amazed at just how country this California-raised teen seemed. Shelton's pride. That's my boy. I had chills, Shelton confessed. You know, you can teach a kid manners, responsibility, how to respect others. But you can't teach them to love the music the way we do. That's gotta come from inside. The proud stepdad said he felt an overwhelming sense of joy watching Zuma express himself so freely in front of a live audience. That's my boy, he said, his voice thick with emotion. I know I'm not his biological dad, Shelton added. But that doesn't change the way I feel when I see him up there. He's my son. Period. Blake went on to describe how he and Zuma often sit on the porch, guitars in hand, talking about life, music, and occasionally girls. He's at that age, Blake joked, where every song he writes has to do with a girl who broke his heart or one he's crushing on. Zuma's musical influences. While it's clear Zuma has inherited Gwen's artistic genes, and has access to both pop and country influences, Blake says the boy's musical preferences are leaning more towards traditional country. He listens to Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and George Strait, Blake said. Not because I told him to. He found that music himself. Blake shared a story about walking past Zuma's room one evening, and hearing Merle Haggard's Mama Tried blasting from a speaker. I poked my head in and said, "You okay in there?" And he goes, "This is real music, Blake." It was a proud moment for Shelton, who laughed at the memory and said, "That's when I knew. The boy's gone country." Gwen Stefani's take on Zuma's country soul. Gwen Stefani, who has supported each of her sons' individual paths, seems equally enamored with Zuma's country evolution. In a recent social media post, Gwen shared a photo of Zuma helping Blake feed the chickens, captioning it with, "My little countryman cowboy hat face red heart." She also uploaded a clip of Zuma trying to rope a dummy calf in the backyard, Blake coaching him from a few feet away. "He's better than me at this already," she wrote in the comments. In a past interview, Gwen admitted that she never expected her kids to feel so at home in Oklahoma. "We're California through and through," she said. "But when we're on the ranch, they transform. Especially Zuma. It's like he's been there all his life." What makes it totally natural? According to Shelton, there's a reason it all seems so authentic. Zuma doesn't fake it, he said. A lot of kids might play dress up or act a certain way to fit in, but he doesn't have to. Whether he's wearing boots or barefoot, playing guitar or running around in the woods, he's just being himself. Shelton emphasized that there was never a moment where anyone said, "Okay, now you're going to be country." Instead, it unfolded naturally, as Zuma explored and developed his interests. And Blake believes that's the key. You can't force someone to love this life. You can't convince them. They have to find that connection themselves. Family first on the ranch. Shelton's ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma, has become a central place for family bonding. It's where the boys come to escape the spotlight, get their hands dirty, and live a quieter, more grounded life. Some days we're fishing. Some days we're building stuff. Sometimes we're just sitting in the barn watching the rain, Shelton said. And Zuma? He's always the first one to grab a shovel or hop on the ATV. He'll be covered in mud, smiling ear to ear. It's a far cry from the glitz of LA, but Gwen and Blake agree that it's been a healthy contrast for their children. Zuma's future. Will he go country? With all this natural gravitation toward country life and music, fans are beginning to wonder. Will Zuma follow in Blake's footsteps? Shelton didn't shy away from the idea. "If he wants it, I'll be there to help him. But I'm not going to push him," Blake said. "The music industry's tough. I'd rather see him enjoy music for what it is, something that feeds the soul, than chase fame." Still, Blake hinted that Zuma has already written several original songs and has recorded a few demos at home. "He's got something," he said. "And it's not just because he's my stepson. The kid's got talent." Fans react to the bond between Blake and Zuma. Since the viral onstage moment, fans across social media have been praising Shelton for his dedication as a stepfather and the close bond he's cultivated with Gwen's sons. "He didn't have to love those boys like his own, but he does," one fan wrote on X. "Zuma is lucky to have Blake." Another commented, "Blake Shelton mentoring Zuma is the kind of wholesome content we need in this world."